Come on, y'all. Yup, get fired up. Yup, get fired up from the inside out. Welcome to another episode of FTIO, where I take everything from the inside and take that out to you, the viewer. Yes, so let me go ahead and get my live stream back up here and get my face on the screen. Here it is. Hang on one second. Yes. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Taco Tuesday. Man, it's crazy, right? It's Cinco de Mayo, Taco Tuesday, and we are all, we have all these restrictions. So whatever you do, whatever you decide to do today, be safe. Yes, be safe. And as we wait for more people to get on the live view, again, I am using some new software. So do me a favor. If you want to say what's up, drop a comment, ask a question, and all those things. And I'll definitely be sure to do my best to shout you out. So again, happy Taco Tuesday. If this is your first time rocking with me, y'all, I'm here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Yes, YouTube and Facebook Live, 7 a.m. just to share some motivation, inspiration, mindset, productivity, all just different things that from the inside of my heart and inside of my mind to you, the viewer. So some days I'll have guests, some days it'll just be me. But either way, Monday through Friday, quarantine series. Yes, this is the quarantine series again, where you can just again, rock with me here. I appreciate your time. And if you haven't already, join the tribe and click subscribe if you're on YouTube. And if you are on Facebook, go to my speaker facilitator page, like and follow that as well so you can get all the updates. Once again, thank you for joining me on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning. Again, the quarantine series, y'all, the quarantine series. So with that being said, I got a quick question for y'all. Speaking of Taco Tuesday, y'all, what's your favorite taco spot? All right, what's your favorite taco spot? Again, if you are on the live stream, drop a comment, say what's up so I know that you are here. But once again, yeah, what is your favorite taco spot? Now, for me, being out here in the Solano County area, one of my favorite taco spots is, oops, let me take that one down here. One of my favorite taco spots is actually at La Cabana. Yes, in Sassoon. It's La Cabana. Raise your hand or not raise your hand, but drop a like or a heart if you are a fan of La Cabana out in Sassoon. Yes, they got them like huge, like I'm a crispy taco fan. Again, street tacos, depending on where you get it. But ultimately, like I like the crispy tacos is typically my jam. So if you are a crispy taco fan, let's see here. Araceli, what's going on? Good morning. Yes. Thank you for being part of this routine. Darren, let's see. Darren, Taco Express in Fairfield. Yeah, that's definitely is a good spot as well. Again, so on this Taco Tuesday, thinking about what local businesses you want to support. There's definitely a great time to do that because we all need your support. So yes, Taco Express is legit. And lately, I'll be honest. Like before all the pre-COVID stuff, like I love Taco Tuesday and I'm all about tacos, crispy tacos again, like I was saying. But lately, I'm not sure if y'all have been on this one, but Costco has those like cheese wrap things. I don't know if y'all seen the pack of 10 where you warm it up for like 90 seconds and then you can fold it up however you want to. And it's just basically cheese and you just, fold it up and let that be the shell. I remember before in Sacramento, I think it was in Sacramento, my wife and I went to, who could tell me, it's a taco spot where they use like the cheese shells are real popular for it. And that's just something that I've been on lately. So, yeah. Oh, let's see. Araceli says Los Altos in downtown Sassoon. Yes. Hashtag shop local, y'all. Again, shop local. We know the big businesses, McDonald's, all of those folks are going to be making it. So it's really important that we support local business. Yesterday, I just want to shout out again, Katie Italiano from Solano County Strength and Conditioning, business owner as well. Again, here we are just supporting each other with that. So yeah, and let's see, Araceli says it's right down the street from La Cabana. Yep, and they are good too. So yeah, so we're talking about tacos right now on this Taco Tuesday. Again, for me, I just started, not started, but maybe I would say probably like 3 weeks now. I started eating the tacos with the cheese shell. So go to Costco. If you haven't already tried it, it's 90 seconds. Again, it's not a tortilla, right? So if you are, watching those carbs, or if you're going keto or whatever it might be, and use those like cheese shells, they are legit. That's something that I definitely am about. So what's your favorite taco spot? Go ahead and drop it down in the link below. Shout out local businesses again. Support local business. And again, thank you for being with me today, Monday through Friday. So today's episode, right? Well, let me just start with this story. So let's see. Let me start here. Pre-COVID-19. So my schedule started getting really busy. And I got to a point. So for those of you who don't know, I'm taking some online classes right now to pursue a degree in theology. And I started 4 semesters ago, so about 2 years ago. I decided that I wanted to, deepen my learning and my understanding of God and the faith. And so I'm with Franciscan University. And so I'm just taking my time, right? And there's no like necessarily time frame per se, but I want to take at least 1 or 2 classes a semester, as I'm working full time, as I'm traveling, as I'm doing all that all the ministry work that I'm doing, work in the school. So I've been doing that now pre-COVID-19. I'll be honest, like there was a moment where I was like ready to just like to quit and I say quit, not like quit school, but I was just like for the semester I was getting to withdraw. So if you saw my post yesterday on Facebook, I was just in Instagram, I was just talking about like, you got to, stay faithful, trust and persevere, because I was like really in this spot where I was so overwhelmed with work and traveling, not that overwhelmed in a negative way. Like I didn't like my work because I love the work that I do, but I was just so like busy. Like time was something that I didn't have. And for me, going back to school, I'm not going back to school for the grades per se. Like I want to do my best, and getting good grades is really important. But like that wasn't my priority. Like even now, like I'm at a point in my life where I want to go to school so that I can learn some things, not because I want to be better than anybody else or think that I'm better than anyone else, but so that I can break it down and apply it to my life first and foremost, and then I can share it with all those around me. So I want to be able to like learn things that are applicable now, because I mean, growing up, especially again when I was going to SF State, I didn't finish at SF State, but I got to a point where I was like, why am I taking all these different classes? And I get it now. Like you want to be well-rounded, you want to have that discipline, but we know there are a lot of classes that we've taken, whether it's high school or college, that we don't even use today. So, I made it a point to myself, if I go back to school, I don't want to go back to school just to go to school or just to get the grade, right? I want to go back to school because I want to learn something that I can apply to my life, but I also want to be able to break that down and apply it to all everyone around me in my work and all the different things that I'm involved with. So super important when we think about well, for me, when I think about school like that. Let's see, Arlene, real quick. La Favorita Taqueria in Elk Grove. Shout out to La Favorita Taqueria in Elk Grove. So if you're out in that area, again, happy Taco Tuesday, y'all, for y'all joining in. So again, back to the story. So pre-COVID, I was so like, again, overwhelmed. And I was like really debating on withdrawing from the class, and it wasn't too late to withdraw from the class yet. And I said, well, maybe I'll just, take the rest of this semester off, finish my work, recoup during the summer, and then come back in the fall. Now, mind you, this is my 4th semester. Okay. So I was like, all right. So I talked to my wife about it, and she definitely wasn't happy. I'm saying? Franciscan University of Steubenville is not the cheapest, program or cheapest school, but, she was just more like, just do it, And so after like days of just talking with her about it, and I was even reaching out to my professors, and I was like, what can I do? Can I roll over some of this money and this tuition for next semester? Because life is just real tough right now. Like I was just talking myself and just trying to validate with myself. Y'all know what I mean? Like I was validating with myself why I should take a break. It's like, oh, I got work. My schedule's busy. And, like I just had all these excuses. And then I reached out to my boy Carlo, one of my brothers, that I grew up with in the faith. And, he's one of my go-tos, especially when it comes to this whole like theology program that I'm in. And he's just been super encouraging throughout the time. So shout out to brother Carlo Terrell out there in the Fresno. And after talking to him, he's like, bro, you made it this far, like just finish. And I was like, oh, all right. So he was like, all right. I was like, fine, I'll just go. Oh, sorry. Let me just take this out real quick. Joanne, good morning, Joanne. Finally, thank you for being on the live feed. You are with me every morning, so I wanted to shout you out and make sure that I have you on there. So back to the story. And what ended up happening was I just said, you know what? Carla was like, just go for it. My wife was super encouraging, was like, hey, we'll do what we got to do. Like, we'll make adjustments on the schedule. We'll take some weekends off. And this was, again, pre-COVID-19. She was like, we'll figure it out. And so finally, decided to just finish the class. I was like, all right, I'm so behind, right? At this point, I was like maybe 3 weeks behind of my online classes. I'm talking, PowerPoints, tests, all these things. And my professor was like, look, if you want to turn it in late, you can. And so I was like, oh. All right. So after all of that, I made the decision to stick with it. I said, you know what? I started this, semester, I'm going to finish it. And so lo and behold, a week later, shelter in place. Right now, again, God's timing is always on point. God is always on time. Is something that I always say. And so then once we started the first week of shelter in place, I was like, oh, right. Like I was like, I have no excuse now not to be able to do what I need to do in school. And so that was pre-COVID. That was what, 8 weeks ago. So yesterday, yesterday, May 4th, may the 4th be with you. No, but yesterday for reals, at 12:30, I finished my last final, caught up on all my work. Your boy finished the class. Yes, I finished the class despite all the the struggle, the hardship, even the doubt that I had in myself. Again, I'm not going back to school just to go back to school. Like there's a lot more, intention behind what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So again, it was really inspiring, and I started thinking about it, and this idea, the show came up, finish what you started, right? And I use this example of this semester in school, but when I look at the bigger picture, right, like that's short term right now, finishing the semester, finishing what I started with this semester. But when I think about again where I was when I went to SF State, I actually didn't finish San Francisco State. After San Francisco State, what I'm saying, I dropped out of SF State, and then I ended up, going to community colleges before I found the Napa State program at Napa State Hospital, and, got licensed with the state and worked there for 11 years. So I actually technically didn't even finish, my undergrad. So here I am dropping back in to school with more intentionality, more experience, more purpose. And, I was telling myself, like, as I was thinking about it, like, man, I came this far. Why would I stop? So if you have a project or you have something that you started, finish what you started, whether it's something small or something big. And I talked about, like in the post here, like mental health is super important. Like finishing what you started does a couple things. Number one, right, it builds your confidence. Right, it builds your confidence. Think about like if you have those projects, some of y'all who sheltered in place where you had to like maybe you put a chair together or a table or some furniture, or I know people are doing some gardening right now. Like, when you start to like get that rhythm and that momentum, like finishing what you started will build that confidence. So no matter how small it might be, finish what you started. So if you have a project right now, your garage, you were cleaning something and you were like gung ho the first couple of days of shelter in place, and you kind of slipped or fell off, that's all right. Get back on and just finish what you started. Because number one, it's definitely going to be a confidence builder. And honestly, after I finished my final yesterday, got my grade, your boy was like, let's go. Like I was so pumped. Like, so mentally, right, it just switched in my brain, like you can do this. And it's not anything new, right? Like, again, I go through my roller coasters, I go through my ups and downs, but just again, the idea of finishing what you started, take a moment and think about that. So number one, confidence builders. Okay. And let's see, I got a comment here. Hey, what's going on? Hey, Mr. Felix, what's going on? Yo, SF in the building. Let me just shout out real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and shout him out. Susan B. Anthony in the building. Yeah, Susan B. Anthony. E. Pangelinin, what's going on, brother? Hey, good to see you. I'm gonna have you on the show real soon. I'm excited for that. So confidence builders, right? Number one. Number two, work ethic. Yes, work ethic. When you start to finish what you started, all of those little accomplishments build up. And then you look back and you're like, man, that was tough. That was hard. And you start realizing like it takes work. And I love the idea that when you start to finish all the things that you started, you start developing, right, a better work ethic, a better habit. And so here I am, third week, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. live. See, intentionally live, not posting videos at 7 a.m. I'm talking about like, that means I gotta, do my routine and be here Monday through Friday, be accountable so I can be with you. So again, and again, builds work ethic. Think about Kobe, think about MJ. If you've been following The Last Dance, like look at how much work these, Michael Jordan, for example, has put in, not because of the fame, not because of the status, because that was his craft. So thinking again about what it is, what your purpose is, what you're driven to do, what energizes you. Take a moment, right? Think about what is something that you've started, but you haven't finished. And then maybe it's something that you're super passionate about. Maybe it's something that, you've always wanted to do. And because of shelter in place, you got to start it, but maybe you kind of lost traction. I mean, let's be honest, bro, 8 weeks. We're 8 weeks into COVID, shelter in place. And I know for many of us, like we're done. Like we're tired. Like it's getting old. So again, thinking about where you are and what you have, what you started and what you need to finish, whether that's, something short term or maybe there's something long term. But either way, when you start to finish what you started, you get that, start building that confidence, and then you start developing a better work ethic. All right. So that's point number two. Point number three, you owe it to yourself. I mean, come on. One of the things my wife said, she was like, look, if you were going to quit, if you were going to stop going to school, like you should have did it 4 semesters ago. Right. When we think about all the things that we did, like if you came so far and you put in so much work, towards a goal or towards something that you have to go, something that you want to do or something you're passionate about, like, why would you even quit right when what I'm saying? Like right when you're about to get there. It's kind of like that analogy of the grass, right? When you plant the seeds and then, like you plant the seed, you're watering it every day. You don't see the grass. And right before the grass is right about to come out the soil, most people give up and turn away and then walk away. Right. So how many times in our lives do we work, and then right when the grass is about to sprout, right when the flower is about to bloom, right when your moment is going to come, right when that opportunity is going to open the door, right when that door is going to open for you, right when that new thing that you've been waiting for and working hard for comes, you give up or you quit or you turn around. Right. So when I think about, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to yourself to see what you could do. What you could do if you finished what you started. You owe it to yourself to see how far you can go if you finish what you started. See, what I love about finishing what you started it. All right. So think about the things that you started because it was in your heart or it was something you were thinking about for a long time. So, and you just honestly, you owe it to yourself to see how far you can go with whatever it is you started. And again, you can look at this on so many different levels. It could be career wise, it could be health wise, it could be projects around the house. It could be relationship wise, marriage wise, finish what you started. Right. And think about that moment. I always tell myself, especially in my marriage, I always, I was reading as we would read the cards after my wife and I got married almost 12 years ago, the cards would say, never forget the day or never forget the way you felt on your wedding day. Right. And I would read that over and over and over. And it's true, in moments of struggle and hardship, when my wife and I are on the same page, I always got to remind myself of that feeling I had on my wedding day, but also reminding myself of why I even started this relationship in the first place. Right. So finishing what you started, again, will have so many different meanings, but you owe it to yourself to see what it would be like if you finished. And again, I get it. We're all in a different place mentally, emotionally. Some of us feel defeated. For those who are sheltered in place that aren't working or are looking for work or have limited work, we have all the life struggles. How do we provide for our family? Are we going to be able to, pay the bills? Are we going to have food? There's so many things that, many of us are struggling with. Or for those who are working, going out and putting yourself at risk and seeing everyone else hurt and whatever that might be, right? There's so many different things that we get overwhelmed with that bring us a lot of stress. But finishing things that you started is definitely a great way to start, again, building that momentum, right? Building that confidence, developing work ethic, and again, it's work ethic is so key. That's going to be a whole nother episode in itself, right? And so and again, get something for it. Like I said, in Go Beast Mode, right? Get something for it. If you've been struggling and you've been going through, you sacrificed so much for someone or something in terms of goals that you had, get something for it. You made it this far. You owe it to yourself, y'all. You owe it to yourself. And then Go Beast Mode, that again has multiple meanings, not necessarily Marshawn Lynch Beast Mode, right? But the whole, if you ever follow Eric Thomas, one of my mentors, talks about, beast mode in the sense that every day in Africa, y'all know the story. And if you don't, I'm gonna tell you real quick. Every day in Africa, there's a lion and a gazelle that wake up every day in Africa. And what happens, right? The lion, right? The gazelle is running away and the lion is running too, but every single day, right? Because that's just the way they're wired. So thinking about how you're wired, are you wired to run away or are you wired to run too? Take that one in for a second, y'all. How are you wired? Are you wired to run away from things or are you wired to run to things? So again, finishing what you started is going to be the way that I feel we are going to build that confidence. Finishing what you started means running to the thing that you've been putting off. You know, finishing what you started is, you know, actually taking pride in developing the work ethic, getting that discipline back, getting that motivation, surrounding yourselves with the people who are going to support you, who are going to have your back. All right. So family, again, I'm super excited to be with y'all Monday through Friday. Thank you for holding me accountable. Thank you for dropping the comments. It is happy Tuesday, or happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday at that. Yes, Joanne, you are so great as well. Again, y'all, whatever you have that is unfinished, it is time to realize what you'll realize that you got what it takes. Finish what you started, build that confidence, build that work ethic, get something for all your pain and all your sacrifice. You deserve it. And with that, we are out. Thank you again for joining in. I'm here Monday through Friday. Let me go ahead and put that in there. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Facebook, YouTube Live. It's your first time rocking with me. I appreciate you. You've been down with me since day one. I appreciate you as well. Go ahead and like, subscribe, spread the word. Let's spread some positivity today. Share a smile, share a hug. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to your family members you haven't reached out to, right? Finish that. That's some unfinished business right there. Family members, relationships, say what's up. And your boy is out of here. Take care, y'all. Take everything from the inside and I'm taking that out to you. Peace.